Welcome to Timeless Tarot with Nina. My name is Nina. I'm an intuitive and a spiritual teacher. I thought it would be fun to create this channel for the purpose of teaching. I want to help everyone who's new or experienced with tarot to understand this divination tool, but doing it in my own unique way. Welcome to my channel. I saw my first tarot deck in the early 1970s when my mother was getting a reading. I was to see many other readings thereafter. I was intrigued by the cards, but was too young to have an understanding of what they meant or what was going on. Throughout my life, I would come across tarot decks, and they always were a mystery to me. At some point in my later adult years, while on a life-changing spiritual journey, I decided to buy several books, took a few classes, watched hundreds of tarot videos to learn and interpret the cards through the Rider Waite-Smith method. I have a small collection of over 30 decks, but my personal favorite is the Groovy Waite tarot designed by Svetlana Gevoranskaya. It's in the same style as Rider Waite-Smith, but artistically embellished with a 70s vibe that more suits my personality. I'll place a link down below for those who are interested in purchasing this gorgeous deck. For now, I'll be discussing the Major Arcana, which consists of 22 cards from 0 to 21. These cards may be referred to as trump cards that represent major life lessons, archetypal themes that influence your life and your soul's journey to enlightenment. It's worth noting that I never have or plan to read reversals for the sake of simplicity, here or whenever I do readings. My first teaching or interpretation will be on the Fool. The Fool demonstrates a young person who's naive, unspoiled, careless, free, unconstrained, untainted, fearless, reckless, open-minded, completely unaware of danger, almost like a newborn. He's very comfortable in his own skin, and yet he's so naive. The Fool moves forward on his journey, laser-focused with possibilities, never taking the time to look down to see that he's about to fall off a cliff. The white flower he's holding represents freedom, while the bundle represents unknown collective knowledge. The dog at his heels tries to warn him that he's about to fall off the cliff, but the Fool is too preoccupied with moving forward to even notice. So now I will go into the storytelling part of the video. The name of the story I'll be telling is called The Foolish Fish by Anne and Jane Taylor. In a huge pond, there lived many fish. They were arrogant and never listened to anyone. In this pond, there also lived a kind-hearted crocodile. He advised the fish it doesn't pay to be arrogant and overconfident. It could be your downfall. But the fish never listened to him. "There is that crocodile advising us again," they would say. One afternoon, the crocodile was resting beside a stone near the pond when two fishermen stopped there to drink water. The fishermen noticed that the pond had many fish. "Look, this pond is full of fish. Let's come here tomorrow with our fishing net," said one of them. "I am surprised that we have not seen this place before," exclaimed the other. The crocodile heard all this. When the men left, he slowly slipped into the pond and went straight to the fish. "You all had better leave this pond before dawn. Early morning, those fishermen are going to come to this pond with their net," warned the crocodile. But the fish just laughed and said, There have been many fishermen who have tried to catch us. These two are not going to catch us either. Do not worry about us, Mr. Crocodile," they said in a mocking voice. The next morning, the fishermen came and threw their net in the pond. The nets were big and strong. Very soon, all the fish were caught. "If only we had listened to Mr. Crocodile. He had only wanted to help. For our arrogance, we have to pay with our lives," said the fish. The fishermen took the foolish fish and sold them to the market for a good profit. The end. So what is the moral of the story, do you ask? If you give advice and people, or fish in this case, don't listen, you have to let adversity teach them a lesson, even if they end up dead in a fisherman's net. This can be one way of looking at the Fool. I love this story because it's short and sweet and stings at the end, but gives you a moral and an understanding of what the Fool's journey can be. This is just one version of what what the fool can be and the understanding of what it means to be a fool. Life lessons are often literal and metaphoric. This story happens to have both. Either way, I thought this would be an interesting way to interpret the fool through storytelling. I love tarot and storytelling and thought merging the two would be a fun way to explain one version of the fool of the tarot, one way of looking at the fool. Storytelling is an enjoyable way to make certain concepts easy to understand. What is your interpretation of the fool? What did you think of the story? Was it a good analogy? Please comment your thoughts down below. If you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can email me at ninalove@email.com. I'll leave a link for that down below. I do hope you enjoyed my analogy of the very first card of the tarot deck, the Fool. Thank you so much for watching.